Welcome, everybody, to Running Strong Mind Body Connection. I'm your host, Karen Bonnett-Natraj. So, this podcast was born from my deep belief that true strength doesn't come from pushing harder, it comes from aligning your mind and body in flow. Each week, we dive into what really means to live and lead from the inside out, not from the outside in. So, with powerful tools to help you build from self sabotage to self love, from anxiety to clarity, and from stress to sustainable success. So, you're going to hear from inspiring stories from other experts, insights, practical wisdom from runners, from coaches, from nutritionists, healers, many walks of life that will inspire you in your path to your mind body connection. So these people have faced challenges, they found resilience, and claimed a breakthrough on their own terms. So whether you're chasing a finish line, or recovering from burnout, or simply craving that deeper connection to your mind, body, and purpose, this is your space to grow, laugh, heal, and run strong every day of your life. So, are you ready to build your mental fitness? Visit my website, themindfulathletecoach.com. You can email me from there, download my free gift, email me at themindfulathletecoach@gmail.com, and tell me you're inspired to take your very own personal saboteur assessment. Let's find out what's blocking you today. So, let's rewire your brain for positivity and performance together. We don't do this alone. So, if this message resonates with you, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Running Strong Mind Body Connection. And if you or someone you know has a story that will inspire everybody, please email me. And whatever we do, let's keep this community building let's keep building this community strong for strength, connection, and transformation. So let's dive in to our session today. So today our guest is the amazing Shadrack Biwot, and I'm so excited to have him join me today. And I didn't even know who Shadrack was until my friend Mo said, "Hey, I have a massage therapist you can go to," and I've met this amazing person. So Shadrack, welcome to Running Strong Mind Body Connection podcast. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here as well.
Yeah.
Look forward to this. I've been thinking about it since I saw you guys last time at my office, and so I'm like, yeah, gotta talk. Yeah,
Hope you didn't stress over it.
no, I don't
So
stress. I try not to stress too much. It's not good for
it's
anybody.
not good for us. And that's exactly what I'm all about is that mind body connection, the mental fitness. And so, Shadrach, share a little bit about yourself so people are very enlightened because I'm very inspired by you. So could you share some stuff about yourself?
So, Shadrack Biwot, grew up in Kenya, moved here 2002, went to high school in Albuquerque, New Mexico, graduated there, went to University of Oregon on a track scholarship. I was there since 2006, I believe, until we moved down to California in 2013. I am married. I have two kids. My son is 18, and my daughter, she's going to be 13 next month. My wife name's Catherine. My kids, Xavier and Eve. They're doing their thing. It's exciting to see them grow. And I am retired. I used to compete professionally for
Yep.
the last around 10 years. Now I am a coach and massage therapist here in Folsom, California.
Nice. So,
Yeah.
so what, when did you get into running and what inspired you to step into, besides you're just flipping fast?
I think growing up in Kenya, we just run everywhere. I know it kind of sound like um, cliche or something, but it's true. We ran everywhere. We just ran to school, run back home, always outside doing tag or whatever it is. Just we were always outside. And I think it just comes from being outside and just playing and running around and being at altitude, and all that played a role when we were young, but we never really, we were just having fun.
Right.
I think once you get older with all that running, you don't even think that you're training. But it is part of training now that I look back, and it prepared to um, to be good runners after we go to uh, take it serious, I guess. Yeah.
So when did you take it serious? What was that shift for you? What
I think I guess I can't really say I took it serious. I've always, even now, even when I was competing, I never really take it too serious. I think maybe this taking it too serious is in my mind was like just having fun, doing what I love to do, and enjoying the process, and didn't didn't take it. I guess for me, serious is like, oh, serious all the time kind of thing.
right?
For me, it was just kind of like, just okay, I'm gonna go for my run. Okay, I'm gonna go do my workout. Oh, I have a race coming up, and I never really like stressed too much about it.
Hmm,
Just I look at it as just I'm living life. Basically, is what I always look at it.
nice.
Yeah, and just trying to do the very best I can on that given day, and whatever it's gonna be, that's what's gonna be.
So did you ever get stuck in your head when you were during a race that um stuck in your head in the essence of, don't I wish I could go a little bit faster, I want to beat that guy or anything like that?
I was always content with where I am in a race, and just always just right now is what matters. And if I can take care of right now,
Yeah.
that means in the next quarter mile, I'm going to catch the next person, then that's a blessing. But always trying to be in the moment and doing a very good job at that very given moment. And I know if I can do that, then um, if I'm going to catch the next person, great. But just taking care of now, and then now will try to take me to the next phase of the race, I guess. I've always just kind of, I always run my race. I never really run anybody else race. And so I just do what I know I can do. And that's all I could ask. And if that means that I'm going to catch people towards the end of the race, that's even the best scenario. But just always running within my paces that I know I could do without having to stress too much. And it's always worked out very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so I've coached a couple of high school kids that are so stuck in their head.
Mhm.
And these are US kids and
Yeah.
competitive and anxious at the beginning. I've even coached other runners who are marathon runners or ultra distance runners who
Mhm.
are anxious all along. Where did you grow up with that mindset, or did just something you developed? Is this something you learned, or how did your mindset? I mean, it's a beautiful mindset, and this is exactly where I go with my coaching. Is like we have to be in the moment. It's a
So
journey. It's the part of life. It's a part of our journey.
exactly.
So, what about you? I mean, how did that come
So
into
I
you?
think we've always been raised to like, there's a phrase they use it in Kenya, in Africa. It's like, there's, um, there's no rush, meaning like, just when you start rushing, then you forget, you miss out on those blessing that is the universe gives us along the way.
Exactly.
It's like they always look at the sun. The sun will rise at the right time when it's the right time, and it's going to
Right.
go through the sky at its own pace. You're not going to rush it. And so that's the mindset. It's like, okay, I'm going to start here, and then slowly by slowly I'll get where I'm going if I take care of now. If I start worrying about 20 mile, what am I going to, what's going to happen then I may not even get there because I'll start going to be worrying too much and forget to do what will get me to the 20 mile, for instance. So I always try to live in the moment. And if I live in the moment, then the next mile is going to take care of itself if I take care of this mile that is in front of me. And so that's always been my mindset, and really don't stress too much. Just you know, take care of now, and then the next mile will, when you get there, you'll know what to do.
Exactly
You
that.
just keep moving and just keep moving and just keep moving. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So did you raise your kids this way as well?
Yeah. I tell my kids, just don't stress too much. You can control what you can, and the rest, anything you don't have control over it, let it go. You'll just rag your brain trying to, oh, I can do this. But if you cannot control it, why worry? Right? Just worry about what you can control, and believe in yourself, and just keep moving forward. And if you do that, then you have a chance of getting somewhere.
Right.
Yeah. But if you worry too much, then you worry too much until you're not going anywhere, because you're stuck worrying and worrying and worrying. You end up being like what do you hamster? Is it called the little pet that goes in the wheel and just keep running around the wheel and not going
Spinning
anywhere.
around and around and around and going
Yes.
nowhere.
Yes.
So
So
because they were raised here in the US, so with the competitive mindset of US kids and parents and whatnot, because I don't know how many US people were raised with that mindset of you. I mean, you were connected with nature, you're connected with the sun, and the whole philosophy of that is we are living in a really rushed world.
yeah,
And
it's tough. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and just I think we've been programmed to just always put our head down and just keep going, keep going, keep going until uh, we ask ourselves, how did we get here? We don't even know how we got there, because we've
right,
been just kind of programmed to just go, go, go until we forget to take a time out, break, and just try to ask ourselves, who am I? You know,
right,
where do I want to, where am I going? Because we just, we like the system has programmed us to just kind of just go, 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 go. You don't even have time to think of ourselves or take of ourselves. And that's, it's sad. It's kind of, we know human being, we not, um, that's not good for human being, right? Just going and going and going. We need to take a little break and try to, take care of ourselves, because if we don't take care of ourselves, then you know we're not doing ourselves um, any good by just giving you know to the man, and not taking of ourselves. And when we go home, we're so cooked, and we just want to sit down. We don't want to do anything. We just want to. So I was telling him, I wish people would just take a little break, take care of themselves, look at themselves in the mirror, and just, you know, um, say, if I don't take care of myself, then why am I giving all of my energy to whatever that case may, maybe walk and instead of just, if we take care of ourselves, then we can at least for sure go out there and do a good job out there, because we know, like, we've taken care of ourselves.
are you ready to stop feeling stuck in self-doubt and start leading with unshakable confidence? So, this episode of Running Strong Mind Body Connection is proudly sponsored by Karen Bonnett-Natraj, your mental fitness coach, a keynote speaker, and the visionary founder of the Mental Fitness Edge. In today's demanding world, mental resilience isn't luxury, it's a necessity. Karen specializes in helping leaders, entrepreneurs, and coaches and athletes like you, shift from survival mode to true mental strength. Through her proven tools and transformational coaching, she provides the clarity, calm, and confidence you need to lead effectively from the inside out. So, if you're ready to identify what's holding you back and blocking you, I have a I have a free saboteur assessment, and you can email me at themindfulathletecoach@gmail.com. So let's discover your inner blocks and begin your journey to mental mastery. And once again, once you've gained that insight, explore the Mental Fitness Edge bootcamp to rewire your brain for lasting clarity, confidence, and sustainable success. Because as Karen says, strong minds don't just create strong lives, they create unstoppable future. So Shadrach, we were talking about taking care of ourselves and how important this is. And this is one of the things that, what does it mean to take care of ourselves? And in my interpretation is just what my was talking about is that the stresses that go on in life. And the analogy I use, billions of years ago, we were chasing for our food or we were being chased for our survival. But when we chased for our food, we stopped, relaxed, and were peaceful. Today, our brain doesn't know the difference from us chasing, being chased, or the stresses that we put on ourselves. That amygdala just thinks it's the same thing going over and over again, but we never stop. And it's a competitive world. It's a fast-paced world. It's a rushing world. And nobody is ever connected with themselves. And I have to say, what a blessing for you to be raised in the world, in the environment, and be in touch with the environment where we're raised in the city and fast-paced world. And we're taught that as a kid because we're competitive right out the gate. You have your kids playing soccer and you got to be better than the other guy and blah, 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 or football or whatever.
Mhm.
But it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing that we need to really take care of ourselves. We need to and do that is having that mental fortitude, that mental strength, and how we think. How we think impacts how we feel and it impacts how
100%.
we act as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, I agree. And again, and I get it how we've got this far. We've been programmed to just you got to be the best, better than the next person, better than this and that. But I think what life has taught me is like we got to just, we are we're running our own race. We got to do the very best we can to make sure that we at peace. We appreciate ourselves and we take time to take care of ourselves. And if we do that, then the rest of the, whatever we're going through, um, get a little bit easier because we have a different kind of lens to look at the world, right?
Right.
We're not just like using the lens that the society has programmed us to always look at that and like, oh, you got to be better, you got to do, you got to. And I think, what I've learned and tried to tell anybody that I ran into, I said, you got to remember, you got to take time and just appreciate yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and give yourself a thumbs up and just, be kind to yourself and just take care of yourself. Forget about, you know, everything else and just take 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Really ask yourself, who are you? You know,
Right.
what can I do to make sure that my inner feeling is full? Because if it's when you are full, then it's, you feel great, then it's easy to appreciate what the universe is giving us out there. And so yeah, it's tough. I get it. We've been programmed to always just, go, 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 but that's how the system works. And I think we need to take a little break and just turn that and make sure that, we always taking care of ourselves before anybody else. And
And I
if you do
agree.
that,
And
then it's easy to really love, your kids,
yep.
your spouse, your neighbors, your people around you, because then you really, the importance of loving yourself and treating yourself the way, um, you know, then when you go out there, you understand what that means. Because if you don't understand what that means, then, how are you able to replicate that to the society and to the universe and all that stuff, you know?
Right. Well, I have to say that I'm not raised to take care of myself. I was raised to take care of everybody else.
Mhm.
And so when we say take care of yourself, well, I am taking care of myself because I'm taking care of everybody else. It's a habit that we've learned and that needs to be reprogrammed to where we can now take care of ourselves as to I was thinking about this word, you brought that beautiful word of kindness in. Look in the mirror and be kind to yourself. Give yourself
Yes,
words of kindness because our inner chatter, that inner critic is constantly telling us how negative we are, or constantly reprogramming those negative thoughts. And we
yeah,
can rewire that. We can
yeah,
reprogram that. You are blessed to not have to be not to be grown up with that. We are grown up with that. We were raised like that, and people don't know what people don't know who people don't know how to answer. Who am I?
exactly. Yeah,
Who am I? Am I living? And I'll say that because I was living by the constraints of my parents saying, you got to go to school, you got to get a degree, you got to do this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and blah, blah, blah. But that wasn't what was resonating in my heart.
and I
And
think, yeah, we've been always tell people that to move forward, we have to empty the cup because the cup is, again, you could look and like, oh, my cup is full, but it's full of, programming.
negative programming.
Exactly. And so we need to empty that cup and start filling the cup with great things, taking
Right,
care of ourselves, like the good things that, makes us, happy again, right?
right,
Because we can only make ourselves happy. Nobody's going to make us happy. And so if we
right,
can find a way to fill the cup with, the best um, of taking care of ourselves, then that cup will be, overflow automatically with all the goodness, and the world will be in a better place if we just remember to just, um, it starts within ourselves, not out there. It's impossible to, like, for instance, like you cannot sing a song that you've never practiced, right?
right,
So it's like, how could you, go, you know, it has to start within ourselves. That's what I would
yes,
like to get at,
yeah.
Um,
Well, it's I know we're on the same page. It's just different points of view too. It's like the story you tell yourself is going to be that negative story, and then I love the idea of just dumping that out. Dump out those thoughts. It's the same thing as empty that cup and
yes,
fill that cup up with the gold, the kindness, the gratitude, the love, the joy,
exactly. Yes,
because you have that joy in you.
yes.
It sits there and resonates in your heart. Just
Mhm.
open it up and let it be. And your mention on the universe is waiting to talk to us, but you don't hear it until you're in your own joy.
Absolutely.
If you're hijacked by that amygdala and hijacked by all that negative stuff, the universe is sitting back going, all right, I'm waiting for you, Karen. Come on.
Ex- No, no, you actually 100% can, because I think we've been programmed to like, oh, let's go figure out what the universe is doing, but in reality the universe is there so that we can learn about ourselves, right?
Right,
But it's the other way. We've been programmed the other way. Let's go figure out what the universe is doing today. And but when we have that, when we switch that mindset and go outside, look at the way the peaceful the universe is, then we can learn about ourselves. That's the point of the universe, is so that we can learn about ourselves. But
right.
we've been programmed the other way, which is, you know, unfortunate. That's why nobody's connected to the universe. Nobody's
You're
the universe
right.
has all this, blessing and all the good stuff that it's out there for us to just kind of look at and say, oh, that now it makes sense, But if we've been programmed the other way, you will just walk right past it and never even really see anything, right?
Right.
It's like you just pass right. I didn't see it, but somebody else that is connected with the universe, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, look at that! How beautiful that is!"
Yeah.
That's what gets us going. And so,
In,
Maybe I'm just a little crazy. I don't know.
no, I don't think so. Not at all. But one thing I want to say that we are all connected to the universe. You don't have a choice, but are you going to allow yourself, your inner self, to be connected to the universe and hear that? And I look back on my life, and this has been a journey for me, but I know there's so many times in my life where I was taken care of for exactly what I needed at exactly the right time. I
Hmm.
mean, I had so many I have so many situations where, I don't know where I'm going, what I'm doing, but that's the universe showing up for me. That's
Hmm.
the universe taking me by my hand and taking me on that path and bringing me to where I am today. And I'm resonating with your analogy of the sun. I mean, that's part of the universe too. Just
Yes.
that whole concept of the idea that the sun just patiently moves on its own. Well, maybe it's not moving, but the earth is
Yeah,
moving.
it is moving
However, all
on.
that
Yeah,
works.
exactly. Yeah, 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 yeah.
But it moves on a patience. It doesn't say, "Hey, I'm going to beat that star over
Yeah.
there.
It doesn't work like that.
I got to
Exactly.
hurry up and be faster than that."
Yeah. And that's where we need to like you know, be patient, let it, take a little break, like just and really like be grateful on those little things, those little wins that we have, and then we build on that and we build on that and appreciate life, just align yourself with great people. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Shadrack.
And then that's how we empty the cup, right? By just aligning ourselves with great
Yeah,
people, great friends, um, and willing to learn, always learning, always asking questions, always
right.
saying why, why is it why does it has to be like that, and trying to ask those questions and say, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense, you know yeah, we've been programmed to say it is, it's the way it is, and
It doesn't have to be
it
that
doesn't
way.
have to be that way. Exactly, that's the point, right?
So it's bringing back that little childhood curiosity.
Yeah,
That as a kid, you didn't question running or your buddies or who's better than this. You were just enjoying
just
the
enjoying
essence
it.
of
Yeah,
everything you were doing. That's being
absolutely.
curious. That's
Yeah,
being expansive. That's being,
yeah.
in your joy. And as adults, we lose that because we have to be so structured. We have to do it this way, and you have to
we've
fit
been
into this box, and then you
we've
have
been
to respond to these rules.
programmed from a very young age until um and it's slowly by slowly when we become an adult, we don't know any other way, right? Because that's
Right.
always been programmed until we're like uh, we don't see it, right? Because it's like that's always been the case. And so um we need to break off that and try to say, wait a minute, that's just because eh, it's always been like this. We just roll with it. We just have to say, wait a minute, we need to ask ourselves, is that really, does it has to be like that? Right?
Right.
Yeah.
We don't, and that's so true. I was thinking of a story someone shared of like a turkey dinner. Well, they had to cut this off and cut this off and cut this off. Well, with my mother used to do that, and my grandmother used to do that, and so when finally somebody asked, why did you cut, this particular part off? And the four generations prior said the pan was too small. How
Yes.
we carry that assumption and that interpretation of a scenario, well, because they did it. And so
Mhm.
be curious, really, what is the why? And
Exactly.
we don't have to accept the fact that, oh, because they did it.
And again, I think, it's not like we're being out of line.
Right.
No, we're just curious. We want to know why. And if there's no why, if the why is just like we've always been like that, then that's not a reason, right?
That isn't a reason. That's
Yeah.
not an understanding the deep why.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now you can take that back to ourselves. Ask yourself why?
Yeah.
Why are you being the way you're being? Who are you inside? You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah,
it always comes back down around to our essence.
very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you today with this? I mean, you've been influenced by the US for so long and do you still compete running or not?
No, no, I just do coaching and I do, massage and
Yeah.
uh, running around the neighborhood on the trail and get talking to people and checking in. And I was running this morning and this lady, they saw me, they're like, man, you always out here running and smiling and saying hi to everybody. I said, that's my medicine right there. Getting up early in the morning and seeing people out there and saying hi to them is like, that's like the best thing that can happen to me in the morning is to just seeing people, and then I know I could get through the day. I know I've got my seen people out on the trail. People are living life the way we should be, being outside, enjoying the nature, and that's what life is all about, right?
It is all about that. And
Yeah.
so many people so many people need to just, you don't have to be a fast runner like Shadrack. You don't have to be an ultra distance runner like me and do this
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
Mhm.
But get out there, get out of
Get
your
out there.
house, and leave your cell phone at home. But I take my cell phone home, and if I take my cell phone home with me, I'm doing a Facebook Live because I'm having fun out there.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
we're so connected by that. But how many times can you just leave your cell phone at home and go climb a mountain or go hike out in the nature? And in
Yeah.
in where you're at, you have the American River Bike Trail. Go out there and there's deer
There's
out there, there's coyotes out there, there's
Yes, like this
skunks out
bobcat.
there.
I was running and I saw bobcat, and
Oh my goodness.
funny, somebody was like, "You just go out there without your phone or music." I said, why should I bring the daily stress with me? I'm leaving it at home,
Right.
on this on my phone, and just I want to be out there and just I want to fill my cup with the good stuff, like
Yeah.
when I just hear the birds, chapping or whatever, singing, or see a coyote, or see like a bobcat, or see like deers running around and just meeting people. That's what I need. I don't need to bring, my phone with me and just oh, there's something, a notification saying this, that, and the other. That's
Right. Listen to the texts and the emails and all
Yeah,
that stuff
exactly. No, I
that,
don't need that. I just want to be out here,
yeah.
just it's funny. I always tell people I make my own music when I'm running out, just walking outside, and that's the best music that I can ever, wish for, right? When I'm
Right.
walking and I hear my feet tapping the ground and me breathing and the wind blowing around,
Yep.
I record that
Okay.
because that's the best,
Yes, it
music
is.
in the universe is allowing us to experience.
Yeah, I'm blown away by how many people. So at Haveline 100, they allow headphones.
Mhm.
And then I don't think Stagecoach, but the Haveline 100 allow headphones. And how many people have headphones plugged into their ear? They're listening to their music, their tunes or whatever, and they aren't even hearing the coyotes at night. They're not even paying attention to who's around them. I've had people be really irritated to me because I'm tapping on their shoulder. I've been saying a few times, "Can I pass you?"
Yeah,
And
they
they don't
just
even know I'm back there.
yeah,
And they get mad. Well, take their ears out.
yeah.
But I remember I'd started off with music and it's like I couldn't stand it because I couldn't dance and I can't dance and run at the same time. But I listen to my breath. And then when you're out in the trails, you're hearing the wind in the trees and Flagstaff
Best
right
the
here.
best music out there.
I know. And so
Yeah.
you have the rustling of the leaves and
Ah,
just that energy out there and just feeling that and knowing that you're connected with Mother Earth and
that's
on
the
and
magic
on.
right there. Yeah.
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 Everybody should come to Flagstaff and experience the fresh, crisp,
Oh,
7,000 feet air.
that's even on that for sure.
Or go to the Grand Canyon. A friend of mine came by and visited us, went to the Grand Canyon. And how many have been to the Grand Canyon? Have you seen the Grand Canyon? It is the most magical, spiritual place you could ever be.
Yeah.
It's just, you can stand there and look and never see the same thing twice. It's just magical.
Yeah.
And that's nature.
Nature
That's
is
not
where it is.
Disneyland.
Yep. Nature is where the goods are,
Yeah.
That's what it brings back emptying the cup and going out there and just filling your cup with the right kind of energy and just all this blessing that the universe is giving us. And when you go home, man, you feel like a changed human being, you feel refreshed, you're ready to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
So even in what I teach is even through the stresses of the day, it's you can go back and take a moment and remember that feeling you'd had in the morning. You
Hmm.
get caught up into and you catch yourself knowing you're going down that rabbit hole of stress
Yeah.
or you're on that hamster wheel is you can take that moment and just center yourself and remember that feeling.
Yeah.
It's not the thoughts, it's the feeling you experienced at that moment and bring that back into your body because that's bringing yourself back into the present moment.
Yes. I agree. I love that. Yeah. It's so
Great
refreshing.
conversation, Shadrach.
It's refreshing to just, I mean, I talk to a lot of people. I say hi to everybody and I try to learn and share what we're talking. It's like just talking right now with people. And by the time I leave there, I'm like, oh man, that was the best, whatever minutes. I remember 2 days ago, I was running and normally I run early in the morning, but this time I slept in a little bit and I was running and I ran into this friend that I see on the trail and we stopped and we talked for 1 hour. And
Wow.
it kind of went like that. I just thought we were chatting, and by the time I look, I was like, "Oh my word! I'm 1 hour gone by." And so I was like,
Was it Mo?
"No, I wish it was. I haven't seen more. I need to reach out to her." But just checking in and talking to people and just trying to learn, and that's the best
Yeah.
gift that the universe is. You know, we need to
I
be
just
talking. People should be talking, and
sharing and start when I first started running, and I was just a little peon running, but I used to run fast enough to catch the person in front of me to find out who they were.
yeah, there
I
you
used
go.
to do
Yeah,
that, and I sometimes I still do that. But if anybody, if I catch up to anybody, I always want to know what their name is, who they are, where they're from,
yeah,
something about them, and congratulate them.
yes.
When we put that energy out there, you're going to inspire one other person to put that energy. So if you people go out there and you smile from
Oh,
your heart to someone
yes.
else, they're going to
Yeah.
smile.
I'm that guy smiling and saying hi to everybody, and I don't expect anything back. Just a smile.
Right, right, right,
Just,
right.
hey, hey, that's it. Because I think checking in and just um, saying hello or breaks the little what do you say, like because some people sometimes they're like, what? Why are you saying hi to me? But then the next time I see them, hey, how you do? And then you break the little.
It's kind of like an icebreaker
Yes,
or,
that's the word I was looking for. Yeah.
yeah,
I've met so many friends by just, now that everybody in the trail, they're like, hey, Shadrack, hey, I stop,
right.
check in with them, catch up, because that's what life is all about.
It is. And it's about connection.
Connection. Yeah.
We're meant to connect. We're meant to be together. We're
Mhm.
meant to be happy. We're meant to be in joy.
Yes, absolutely.
So Shadrach, oh my gosh, this has been so much fun. I usually end if you could, you shared so much. So do you have another piece of nugget that you can leave in the minds of our listeners?
Just ask question, right? And and be kind to yourself. I know, we've been programmed to just give, 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 give until we forget to, we have nothing. By the time we get home, we have nothing left for ourselves.
Right.
And that's not nice, right?
Right.
But we have to break that cycle of just giving and giving and giving and never really taking care of ourselves. We have to be,
Yeah.
it's okay to be selfish, take care of ourselves so that at least when we go out there, we are re-energized and we're in a good place and just be kind, you know,
Hmm.
check in with your people, say hi to people when you can, smile. Smile is the best medicine. I,
It
I
is.
smile, I feel good. And when I feel good, I stand tall. And when I stand tall, I feel like I could go through anything, right?
Right.
Yeah. So,
That's
and
right.
I get it. Life. We've been programmed to always just going and going and going and going. But
But we don't have to.
we don't have to exactly.
Don't have to.
Yeah, we can do both. Can take care of ourselves. When we take care of ourselves, then at least we can go out there and feel like, oh, I can really um, connect with people, give whatever that is on that day. You feel good because you're already coming in better than yesterday, right?
Right?
Yeah. And so yeah, be kind to yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. We're not perfect. We make mistake, we get up and we keep moving on.
That perfect word is, I believe we are perfectly imperfect. We're perfectly just the way we are. What is
Yes.
perfect?
What's perfect exactly?
What is
No
that?
such thing. Yeah.
And so I think we are perfect.
Yeah. Nobody is. I like that. What does that even mean, right? What
Well,
is
no,
perfect?
you're
Yeah.
perfectly you. I'm perfectly me. And
Yes.
how great
That's
is that?
yes. Yes. So that's actually I love that because I always tell my friend, like don't perfect is something that it's invented. It's not real,
Yeah,
right? And so we've been programmed to be perfect based on whatever those people
parameters
created.
are.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's ludicrous. That's crazy.
Well, I want to say, I want to add to that, and that's been part of this conversation, is the sun's perfect. The earth is perfect. Now, humans have destroyed part of it, but the stars are perfect. The
Yes,
moon is perfect.
yes.
It's
The
perfectly performing in its
yes,
essence every single day.
yep. And so that's why we got to get out there and look at the stars, look at the nature because they're perfect,
Yep,
perfectly in unison. And so we go out there, and that will teach us something about ourselves. That's how we need to
exactly.
be.
They're just
Not the other way. Yeah,
so come to Flagstaff,
yeah. One day, honestly,
go
one
to Mount
day,
Humphrey,
yeah.
and just absorb the universe.
Uh, that's heaven on earth, is what they say. True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Shadrach, thank you.
Thank you so much. All right.